it's Kayla and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing a video on how to get rid of toxic relationships, toxic friendships, just toxic people in general.
The ghetto! The ghetto!
So if you would like to know how you can get rid of all the toxicity in your life, please keep watching. Don't forget to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up and comment down below more videos you want to see from me. And let's go ahead and get started. Okay guys, so like I said, we're going to be talking about toxic friends, relationships, all of that. So with that, first you have to know how a person is toxic. Like, if you don't know what toxic behavior is, if you can't pick up on toxic behavior, you're gonna be feeling drained, you're gonna feel annoyed, and you're not gonna know why. So toxic behavior is any type of behavior that makes you feel like drained emotionally as a person. When you're around somebody and every time you do something, they criticize you or talk about you or make you feel less than, they just take all of your emotions. Like, you can go from 100 happy, cool, chilling, and then the next minute you want to throw a book at their face. Like, they're more than likely toxic.
Go in your room. Go.
Usually toxic people sometimes are insecure, or sometimes they're not even insecure, they just have stuff going on, and instead of dealing with that in a healthy way, they put it on other people. So they might talk about your insecurities or pick on your insecurities to make themselves feel better, or any little thing, any of your accomplishments, they make you feel less than for your accomplishments. They make you feel like your accomplishments aren't that good, they are invalid, like you could do better type thing like that. Like relationship wise, if you're in a relationship with someone and nothing you do for that person they like are grateful for it, they always feel like you can do better or you don't even do good enough, like that's pretty much toxic behavior. That's toxic people in general. They just always killing the vibe, killing the mood, just killing everything. And now we're going to talk about how you can get rid of ways you can get rid of toxic people. So one of the ways I personally get rid of toxic people or toxic energy is by distancing myself. And as we all know, we're all giving quarantine and chill vibes right now, so this is the best time to get rid of those toxic people. Focus on yourself, focus on what you want. So how I personally do it is I always distance myself. If I feel like somebody's vibe, somebody's energy, like their presence just always brings me down, or I always feel like I lose myself when I'm around them, I definitely go ahead and distance myself. Especially with friends, sometimes when you hang out with friends so much, like their behaviors really start to come out and they really start to show their true colors. And they may be a good friend, but they just have small toxic behaviors or toxic energy, and it's just like, okay, I need a break from you because you got one more time to say something and I'm really gonna pop off. Like,
What's that? Oh, who you fight?
so instead of popping off, let me just remove myself, let me just come back to me, calm down, cool off before I snap on you. One of the best ways is to just completely remove yourself from the situation, and you can just let that person know, or you don't have to, because you don't have to do anything in life. Like, there's nothing you have to do. But if you want to keep that friendship with that person, you can just tell them, you know, I just haven't been feeling the vibes lately, and I just need to take some time for myself and take some time away from the relationship so that I can work on me, you can work on you. You just take time for yourself, you give yourself a break, and then eventually, if like the bond is really close, you'll start missing that person and wanting to be around them again, and it'll all come together. Whereas if you stick around and then you pop off, like words are going to be said that don't need to be said, relationships are going to be messed up. So instead of getting to that point just early on when you start noticing toxic behaviors, just go ahead and distance yourself and get rid of that person. So the next way you can deal with toxic behaviors or getting rid of toxic people in relationship is calling people out on stuff or keeping track of what people do to you. That's what I did with like some of my friends. Every time they did something that I felt was kind of shady or I didn't like, I would go in my notes and just log it and track it and be like, so that way when I did call this person out, or if I do call them out, I can have proof. Because with toxic people, you never want to go in accusing them of being toxic. Like, you don't want to be like, you're toxic and you need to fix it, because half the time they don't realize that they're being toxic. So when you attack them, it's just going to make them feel like, oh, well, she feels this way about me, or she thinks this and she thinks that. And it's just going to make the whole situation worse. So what you want to do is make a list of evidence, of proof that this person is toxic. So when you do go to them, like straight up, you can talk about it. And if that person disagrees with you, if that person's like, that's not true, or they may even call you out on some of your toxic behaviors, but if y'all don't agree, then it's just best you end things with that person, because 9 times out of 10, the disagreement, they're not going to change their behaviors, they're not going to change their patterns. So it's best you just get rid of them, leave it alone, move on to someone else. Other thing to get rid of toxic friendships, relationships, if you're in a relationship or if you have a really tight bond with someone you've known for a long time, someone you've dated for a while, it is harder to get rid of those relationships. It's harder to stop talking to that person. So I would most definitely have a talk first. I wouldn't up and leave someone, because that can definitely ruin a lot of things. That can cause beef, animosity, hatred, because you just upped and left somebody who feels like y'all are supposed to be together forever. So I would have that conversation with them and just be like, our relationship has been draining me. It's been making me feel less than myself. I've changed who I am when I'm around you. I don't feel my best. I don't feel upbeat. I just feel constantly drained when I'm around you, and that's not healthy, and that's why I'm distancing myself. And that person can get mad. That person can say all types of things. They can call you all types of names, but at least you were straightforward with them. At least you told them, hey, this is how I feel and this is how I plan on dealing with it. Just don't straight up and leave somebody that you've had a relationship with for a while. I would definitely talk to them about it first. And if they disagree, they disagree, but you have let them know, you've addressed it, so they're aware of the problem. You have to make things aware, you have to make things known. In some cases, we'll get into that later, but in cases where everything isn't like dangerous or too deep in, you can just let that person know, I can't do this anymore. Being around you makes me feel a certain way, and I just need time for myself. I need to focus on myself. I need to get back to who I was, because I'm not being the best person I can be for myself, nor am I being the best person I can be for you. And I just don't think that's fair for either one of us. Now, in some cases with deep relationships and friendships, people can be psychotic, and psychotic toxic behavior, you can't really talk to people like that because they're already mentally drilled on how situations should be. They already believe what they want to believe. So talking to them isn't going to fix it regardless. So sometimes you do have to just up and leave those type of situations where you're dealing with that kind of person who's stuck in their ways, who believes what they want to believe. You say something to them incorrect, they're going to pop off in an instant. You got to go.
Why are you running? Why are you running?
Okay, I ran out of storage, but we're coming to the end anyways. So anyways, basic little tips and tricks on how to get rid of toxic people. Number 1, block them, erase, delete, all of that on social media. If you're like me, I don't block people because it's just never that deep to me, unless I was really involved with this person or something like that. I don't just necessarily, I'm not quick to block people basically. But if you're really involved with this person and you are obsessed with them, you knew what time they were going to class, what time they were going to lunch, what time they were going to practice, baby, you knew their whole schedule every day, you need to block them. You most definitely need to block them on all social media platforms, because constantly looking at that person, seeing that person, it's gonna remind you of the good times. It's gonna make you miss them. It's gonna make you wish you could be in their presence. That's how toxic behavior is. It's addicting. It's like an addiction. So you definitely have to stop looking at this person. Stop making yourself see this person or think about this person in any type of way you can. What I do, although I don't block people, I most def stop watching people's stories. You just stop watching their stories. You stop texting them. Look at other people shoot. Make new friends. Watch YouTube. Go somewhere. Keep yourself occupied so that way you're not constantly thinking about this person. You're not missing them. And eventually, after so long, once you stop thinking about this person, once you stop being interested in this person, you're gonna casually realize that you don't even check to see if they watched your story. You don't even click on their story. It's been months since you've even watched one of their stories because you stopped caring. And people are gonna constantly flow in and out of your life to help you forget about old people. So it's not like you're gonna be sitting there that's the only person popping up on your timeline, that's the only person you're interested in. You're going to be interested in people as the time goes down, where eventually you will forget about that person. With toxic friendships and relationships, it's just important to know your worth. It's important to know what you want in friendships and relationships and how you want people to treat you. And if you see that somebody's not treating you the way you want them to, or how you feel you should be treated, if you feel, like I said in the beginning, less than, if you feel unloved, unappreciated, that person's always talking down on you and never supporting you, they're definitely toxic, and you don't deserve to deal with that kind of behavior. You don't deserve to be around those types of people. And it's in your best interest that you get rid of them. It's in your best interest that you just stop dealing with them in general. So yes, that is all I have on toxic friendships, toxic behaviors, toxic relationships. If you have more questions, feel free to leave them below. If you want more sit down videos and talk like this, definitely give this video a thumbs up and comment down below. And that's it, and I'll talk to you guys later. That's it, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.